Damien Puddle. Dr Damien is the CEO of Parkour New Zealand and joins us. G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Exciting news, this. And as I was saying, if anyone's actually watched this on ESPN or anything else, it looks so much fun to play, mate.
Yeah, it is. Well, we had a setup and had One News come down on Thursday last week. And yeah, after the filming left, all the people there that came to play the improvised game, they said, can we keep playing?
And
they did. They loved it.
That's because it just looks so much fun, as I said, and it's something that everyone can play. And even if you're no good at it, it just means you get tagged out first, right?
Yeah, you just the game that we played is called the Flight Club, and you just keep revolving out. You haven't got any teams, you just keep playing. If you get tugged, you're out, and you swap over. If you survive or you evade the chaser, then you play again. And yeah, it's great fun. 20 seconds long, and at the longest.
What do you mean? 20? Is that what?
It's 20 seconds, yep, on the clock, and you score a point if you evade the chaser.
Yep.
And yeah, that's where the points come from, the evasions, rather than the tags.
Damien, look, I've watched a bit of parkour on YouTube and so forth. It looks to me that these people that play this at the very highest levels are almost gymnasts. You've got to have a certain level of confidence and fitness to do backflips on a tall building that's 10 stories, don't you?
Yeah, well, if you're watching parkour clips on YouTube, a lot of the stuff, it's the equivalent of watching the All Blacks in rugby. You know, if you know you're watching the All Blacks, you assume that they've done all this training to get to where they are.
Right.
It's the same thing for what you see on YouTube. So these guys and girls are athletes. They just don't do it on a sports field. They do it in the city.
So how do you get this sport of chase tag to kick off in New Zealand so that you can start playing it wherever? And also then how do you get like a world championship here or get our people to a world championship? Because that's the next goal, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've been talking to them for a few years, and their model, they went straight to broadcast events with top-tier parkour athletes and Ninja Warrior contestants and stunt people. But yeah, most of them are different parkour athletes, and we wanted to do that, but we didn't. We're a smaller country, harder to sort of justify the broadcasting scenarios and things like that. So
Mate, ask me about.
Probably better for us to build a bit of a grassroots tag movement. And since that time, without any direct support from Parkour NZ, it's actually been popping up around the country. And so, because other people have been watching all the World Chase Tag clips and things and wanting to do it themselves, but to align with their brand, to use their official arena, which has had heaps of research and development to make sure it's a kind of a fair thing for both, different ways of moving through the space as well as for chasers and evaders. We need to get licensed, and so to make that happen, we needed to send someone over to France.
Okay.
And get trained up. So, and we got a really good opportunity to make that happen, and give us a very short loan, knowing that we were going to set up a crowdfunding campaign to pay for that licensing opportunity, and not just for Parkour New Zealand to get licensed so that we can affiliate and run these events and use the official quad, which is the name of the arena, but actually for Parkour New Zealand to become a sub-licensee body so that no one in New Zealand needs to go overseas to get trained up. They can actually just come to our guy, Martini, who's now a master trainer here in New Zealand.
Okay, so if anyone that wants to get involved in this, what's the best way to do it? Just to hit the Parkour New Zealand website, is that it?
Yep, Parkour, or on our social media. If they jump on any of our social media, they'll see heaps of our campaign posts and things.
Yep.
I think there's still about 30 hours left on the campaign, so we've
right.
reached our initial target.
Yep.
And then all the rest of the funding goes to the first quad. So the arena will cost a little bit to get the first one in the country.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. And I love the fact that you are a doctor and your thesis, your PhD was in the globalization of parkour.
That's correct, yeah.
Brilliant. And who actually judged it or who marked it?
My supervisors have 10, 20 years of writing on action sports, including parkour, surfing, all sorts. Holly Thorpe and Belinda Wheaton, both professors, and it was marked by Professor Ruth Jeans from Australia and another academic, Michael Atkinson from Canada.
Are you good?
At parkour or
yeah, man.
academic?
No, academic. You're obviously good at parkour, son.
I love them both. I started my undergraduate degree in sport and exercise science and picked up parkour 6 months into that, meeting a guy named Barnaby Matthews, and he just said, "Hey, do you want to come and learn parkour with me? I'll teach you," and took me under his wing, and I just steered everything parkour and academia has just been very, very closely aligned the whole time. So.
Look, nice talking to you, mate. If we can support you in any way, yell out. I think what you're doing is absolutely brilliant. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.